Welcome back, or welcome. This is Domas reporting from Lithuania. Still snowy in here, still quite cold. I mean, today is like 5 degrees Celsius minus below zero, so it's not that bad. I've been out for a while, haven't been uploading because I've been out on this mission to another city where we spent like 5 days learning about massage therapy, living together, and like having food together every single day with my course mates. And it was strange, actually. It was strange being not alone for 5 days, and I missed being in my own headspace. And at the same time, I felt like how different it feels to live together. You know, I'm so used to being on my own now that when you have to live in the same room with a person for a few days, I see pluses and I see minuses, I see pros and cons. And I really missed my own space, even though the person I was living with was amazing. He's a personal trainer, and on the first day we did like 500 push-ups in like 40 minutes, and the next day we went and did a leg day that I haven't done ever, probably, at the local gym. And I just felt like this different presence of a man that's like actually 12 years younger than me, and who's really, I don't know, my legs still hurt till today. Like even yesterday I couldn't bend it, like 3 days after the workout. So I'm really not in the best shape physically, but it really scrambled, this trip really like scrambled my head up a bit and made me rethink everything and what I'm doing, whether it's right or wrong, like how I'm living. And you know, I have to really put myself out there, you know, for having, if I want to have like good experiences, good life experiences, like feel like I'm living a bit, you know, I really need to get out of my comfort zone, because yeah, it feels like I'm doing a lot whilst being here in my space. I'm like painting, but I don't feel like I'm living, you know. And I started thinking about like the schizotypal personality disorder and the traits that it has, and like the suspiciousness, like with certain people I was very suspicious of their intentions, you know, people from the group. I wasn't very trusting. Like at times I started to get like annoyed at some jokes that people were making and some comments, and like really felt like people were not that, like people could be kinder, you know, like there's no need for certain type of like jokes. And you know, when you're living together with other people, you know, and you're spending every single day with them, you kind of have to be a bit aware that you're with other people, you're not on your own, you know. Like we were being fed like every single day, 3 times a day, and I've noticed how like people started to get ungrateful for what they were getting. And you know, it's like when you have everything there on the plate for you, everything's there made for you, and you're, you know, all sorted out, you start to like, I don't know, not appreciate it, which is fucking weird. It just made me think like that a lot of the people, I think, in this life, they don't get to feel what it's like to not have things there for you, you know. like food, care, love, like all of these things that should be in everybody's life. But we were listening to this one teacher telling us a story about how she went to the States, and she's like she's already a pensioner, but she went to the States once. She was offered like $500 a day to work in this lady's place, and this lady had like 9-story building that she was either living or working in. I think she was living in it, and the lady was getting paid. The teacher that was teaching us, she said she got an offer to work for $500 a day, which to us in Lithuania at those times when she was young, like, it was incredible money. Like, that was like $500. Like, are you crazy? And she went there. She was in an interview, and at the interview she was like, I'm not gonna offer you this job. And she was like, why? And the lady said, well, I was waiting during the interview. When are you gonna tell me? At what point are you gonna raise my salary? And she was like, she couldn't believe it. She was like being grateful that she is gonna get $500 a day. But the lady that was offering the job was like, you're not appreciating yourself. Like, you feel like you're not worth more than $500 a day. And when, like, that's when it's crazy for me, like, some people like get so much that they don't even imagine what it feels to be like not getting paid enough, and just having something is already making you happy. Just living, just surviving, just like having the minimal amount of like whatever, food, shelter, just the basic needs. And some people have so much that it's just, you become out of this world. So that was one story that stuck with me. We were learning about Thai massage. Like, it was a massage that was like more of like stretches, and I was really enjoying that one. I mean, I was like seeing how teachers interact with a person's body, and how comfortable they are in like stretching the body and not hurting the body, and knowing where the those parts are where you like pressure points where you make somebody relaxed by just like putting your hands on them. It's like it was kind of amazing to watch. At the same time, there was so much theory and practice are two different things, and I learned more through practice. So I felt like I'm gonna need more practice in my life to get where I need to get. It's just a lot of things happen, it feels like, during this week or more that I haven't talked to you guys. I miss talking out loud. I noticed that I still think about my stpd. I'm not making about the videos about them that much, about the schizotypal personality disorder, but it comes in and out of my mind about how another symptom of this disorder is that you end up being alone. like you end up being not getting married, not having kids, not having a relationship, because I started to feel like more and more, even having some encounters, some brief relationships with women, that it's harder and harder for me to keep a relationship going. I don't know, I don't feel like I want to be involved in that kind of stuff, because it just doesn't feel genuine anymore. It doesn't feel like I need it anymore. I'm on my 18th day, 19th day of semen retention again. So I feel like I feel like I want it, like I feel like I want that intimacy, that closeness with somebody, but it's just taking out too much out of me, like if I need to put effort into it, I'm thinking like I should rather put that effort into myself, and I don't feel like I need that much of attention from somebody. It's almost like too intense. And again, another trait is suspiciousness, and I started to get suspicious of the other what the other person wants from me, and I know it's bad when I say it out loud. It feels like I'm just being too selfish, but at the same time, it could be that it wasn't the right person, so it could, mind is a bit jumbled, and I'm glad to be back, to be honest. I'm glad to be back in my environment, in my space, in my forest, in a snowy Druskininkai, and talking to you guys. So well done for keeping up with your work. Keep doing the creative work. I haven't been drawing, I haven't been writing for 5 days, and I feel so out of balance, out of the routine, and at the same time I feel like it was a good little break that I needed to get out, learn about people. I feel like somebody told me a while ago, they said that I need to be around people, and I kind of get what the person meant, is that when you're around people, you don't know what good you can do to others. You don't know what kind of person you can be when you're around other people and when you're helping other people, And I was talking to a friend yesterday, another course mate, and she was talking about how a teacher was saying that the teacher had a mother-in-law or something, and she couldn't turn her neck. She was turning her whole body when she was turning to the left or to the right. And this teacher, without even any knowledge of massages, she gave her mother-in-law a massage, and after like 5 massages, she started to turn her head, because she relaxed the muscles, and it was crazy. And she was like, I wonder what I could, if I can do this without any knowledge, then I wonder what I could do, what else I can do with these hands, that I have. And I started to think about that, like maybe my main problems come from like focusing too much on myself and not focusing on how I can help other people, or be a people's person, and be around others and just enjoy my life with them, you know. Like, we were laughing, we were talking nonsense, playing cards, we were like talking about dates and women and men, and it was mixed. Like, it was like 4 guys and 8 women or 9 women in this trip, and it was like very mixed energies, you know, and it was really interesting. So it's good to put yourself out there, but it didn't feel like a challenge, you know. Like, I felt like when I went to the UK, when I went to London, and I went with no support system. I just went with 500 pounds and a goal, skateboarding and working. I just felt like, you know, like I put myself out there into like the mouth of the monster, you know. I felt like, now I feel like I was crazy, but at the same time that experience has taught me so much that I never got that much of a learning curve from anything else. Like, the amount of people that I met, the experiences that I had, the brain cells that I lost, friends that I made, and you know, and I kind of feel like this time again is coming. I don't know when, but I feel like it will come. I don't know if it's gonna be on my own, if it's gonna be with somebody else. I'm gonna set out on the journey again. Maybe I'm just fantasizing. Maybe it'll never happen. But I felt like it gave me a lot. Like, putting yourself out there, you know. And this little trip reminded me of that. That you can, you know, find where you need to go on your phone. You can think of places to go. You can be proactive. Your brain starts working more. In a way, I feel like my brain is kind of like turning off a little bit here, you know, because it's safe. But at the same time, I'm so used to like being in a dangerous situation, you know, that it's kind of like a comfort zone for me, you know, like just to put myself out there. But in these 4 years since I've been here, it's been 4 years since I'm back in Lithuania, everything has changed. It's like I can't, like, I started to get used to living like a settled life, you know. And now every time I put myself out there, I feel like I become stressed. Like, this trip was nothing, like it was chill. But if I'm on my own somewhere and I put myself out there, like, I started to question myself too much. I'm like, why the fuck did I come here? You know, is it worth it? Is it like I'm waiting everything up? I'm like, I should just probably go back, you know? So I don't know how it will happen, whether it will happen, but one way or another, I'm proud of you guys. I'm happy that you're here with me. Happy that I can, in this day and age, express myself to other people, and people might find this useful or might find this in general. This is like a little diary. Eventually it might grow into something else. But so far and so forth, it's been a pleasure being with you, and thank you for letting me reflect. Hopefully I'll upload soon, but I wanted just to have a walk and talk with you guys, show you frozen rivers of Druskininkai, Lithuania, if you ever want to come and visit. And yeah, Have a great day, morning, evening, nighttime. Put yourself out there if you haven't, and do some things the opposite way than you have done before, and see what you can get out of it, because life's interesting. It's like a video game, you know, where you make a different turn at a certain crossroad and you get taken to a whole different reality, and it feels like you can restart the game at any point, but in life you can't restart, and your experiences have logged into your memory card, and they're not gonna disappear ever. But thank you once again. I'm proud of you, proud of the work that you're doing. Keep digging into your subconscious mind, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love, take care, and peace.